it takes a lot of energy to be funny and happy and jovial, and I just don't have it, man. I don't have it. I can't do it, man. This is like, Lovey put this simply. She said, this is the Groundhog Day of police brutality. And the thing that sucks, man, it's just like, once you see the hashtag, you already know. I'm already like, oh no. And then the video comes out and you don't have to look for it. It's just in your face. You have to avoid it. And I avoided it for a couple hours last night. I was just like, I cannot watch another video of a black man getting shot. I just can't. These are not movies. These are real life events. So I avoided it for a couple hours, and then I don't know why, I just watched it. And I was like, and the thing is, I didn't even, like, you don't even feel anything anymore. The pain and outrage and shock, I can't even say I'm shocked. I said this before in videos, this has got to be what it felt like when lynching was a part of, like, everyday life. You just get used to that. You're happy it's not you. You're sad it's somebody that looks like you, and you're sad for their family, but you can't say you're shocked. I was shocked the first time I saw it, and a little less shocked every day. Now I can almost tell you what happens. And apparently Alton Sterling was armed. So if an unarmed person, if police aren't getting conviction off of an unarmed person, you can forget about an armed person. And then I saw some pictures of the police officer, what's allegedly the police officer, smiling with like a gun in his hand, like this, on his Facebook page or some social media site. And then he had like a Trump Make America Great Again banner. And I was just like, it just drains the energy out of you. Because I can tell you how this story ends. His name just gets added to the list. And I don't mean to be crass and harsh, because that's not my intention. This is pure sadness. But as far as like justice, I hope for justice, but I don't expect it. His name gets added to a long list of people killed by police with nothing but it's just another name. It's just another name added. And I'm gonna tell you that, guys, the truth, and this isn't for video, this isn't for like views or nothing. This is just what happened to me this morning. I'm in the bed looking on my timeline like I do every morning, and I saw the video of his son, his wife speaking, and her son next to him, his son, their son, and this kid started crying, and I broke out into tears. And that's the first time I've ever cried, like actually cried. And my wife couldn't believe it. She thought she was just like, are you really crying? And she hadn't seen the video. She was getting dressed. And she was like, oh my God, you really crying? And like, it was so, I was unprepared for it. I am a father. My kids are like, Daddy, you can't even go out of town. We need you here. And they are just, man, my kids don't even know. I put a video of them up on Snapchat, and they're just petting a dog this morning. Like, they have no idea, and I can't even bring myself to tell them about the world. Because they're gonna have to deal with this soon. They're gonna be aware, and I'm just trying to like preserve what little innocence they have left. Like, their morning was like getting dressed. My son made a crossbow out of plastic knives. He asked me for some tape, and he had a little like rubber band string thing, and he made a crossbow out of knives, and he was like, Daddy, look, it's a crossbow and it's a bow and arrow and it's a slingshot. And I was just looking like, man, I am so jealous that this is your morning. You made a crossbow out of knives, and you went and petted a dog. You made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and you went to summer camp, and that's it. And you playing with Legos right now. And when that kid cried on that TV station, I was just like, I cried tears and audibly sobbed, because I just was like, that happened. I'm choking up now. I don't know if y'all can hear it in my voice, and I'm trying not to, because I got to go to work, and I just can't. I don't even want to think about this. And that's the thing, man. You can't do anything like right now for that family. We can protest and we can march and all that, and I'm all for that. But at that moment, for this family, for that kid who lost his dad, you can't do anything. You can't do it. And before the media tells you he deserved it, and if he would have just complied, and if he was unarmed, if he was just selling CDs legitimately, before all that even happens, and I'm certain he had a criminal record, or he did something, he used to sell drugs or whatever they're gonna dig up to justify this. At the end of the day, there are 5 children who are fatherless. And that's the worst part of this. There's 5 children who are fatherless. And I don't really care about nothing. He was a father, and somebody cried for him. Somebody cried for him. And it's just heartbreaking, man. It was just. And then I saw a tweet that said, they kill our fathers and then mock us for being fatherless. And then I saw a video of this white guy fighting police and punching them, tackling them in a store, and they just tased him and fist fought with him. I'm like, people with open carry. I saw another picture with a guy on reaching for his gun, and it's like police know how to de-escalate. They know how, but they don't do it all the time. And yes, more people than black people are getting killed by police, but it sure seems disproportionate. It sure seems disproportionate. And my kids are like, man, they just... I don't have no whole bunch of clear thoughts that I, have written out and stuff. When this happens, it's just like a constant state of like... It just brings up every other one you've seen. It brings up every other one you've seen. Kids. It's all different ages. Eric Garner is old. Tamar Rice was 12. Trayvon Martin got killed by a person who wasn't even a cop. The guy in Oklahoma got killed by a person who was not an actual policeman. He was just like, I don't know the term, but he was like helping out the force or whatever. There's a guy who got killed in Walmart. It's just, as much as I'm a law-abiding citizen, that could be Kevin Fredericks. Because there's no right way to do it. There's nothing that you can do that makes it foolproof. That black skin is dangerous looking, man. Freddie Gray was arrested. Sandra Bland was arrested, died in police custody. There's so many different ways that this happens. And it's just like, how do you keep doing this? And these officers have body cameras, but body cameras are not stopping somebody from shooting you. They're recording it. And maybe something happens, but I'd love for these people not to be getting shot. And then people want Jesse Williams fired from Grey's Anatomy for making a speech. Boy, y'all funny, man. Y'all, he made a speech, and I don't want him on my favorite program. He made a speech that I didn't like. Boy, when you put that mirror in front of somebody and let them know that we don't necessarily, you are an actor, sir. Why don't you just act, okay? Like, y'all, do y'all know who is the executive producer of Grey's? Do y'all know who is the executive producer of Grey's Anatomy? Do y'all even know? Did you really think Shonda Rhimes, a black woman, was going to be like, you're right? Like, bruh, y'all are funny. And it's just it's a burden, man. It's a burden. And I've made a video about almost everyone, and I never have the answers. Oh, man. All right, guys, I don't really want to talk about this anymore. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day and I can be funny, but today, right now, it ain't it.